Okay, so a lot of you are confused and have questions about positioning, about UX, about how that changes every single word of your copy. So let's just unpack that a second. So, right now, I'm working on a lander for Jones's sunscreen. Now, I helped develop this stuff. Back here it is right here. Been doing some podcast style VSLs for this. So let's just like play around with it for a second. That's what she said. All right. So high awareness, low sophistication. Do you use question, right? If your sunscreen, your skin is a then Mother Nature. The truth is, over 80% of sunscreens on the market, including sun ingredient that degrade exposed to UV rays. Only take minutes for these ingredients to and once they do, age 10 times than UV exposure, right? Client using simple positioning. Now, what if I did that first line and just said, what if your sunscreen is the reason? So the first is the most important part, or the first few seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds if you're running a YouTube pre-roll. It's the most important part of the entire video. If you do not hook people in that first sentence, you are not going to make nearly as much money as you can and should if you do it all. So we always want to exercise that sunscreen is a hoax. Wait, what? And then we can go, the truth is. So let's just take that away. I'm gonna start putting shit over here. What about why do sunscreens get 5 stars on Amazon actually age our skin? Extra compliance on from a Facebook perspective, inclusive. But we want to make this positive too. So if you could, let's do it like this. Popular SPF ingredients, age, develop, create more wrinkles and skin sagging. Let's just say a few things. Wrinkles, dark spots, sagging. Then, but the FDA, oopsies, too. They add all the popular sunscreen SPFs are effective for no such evidence has been given to the FDA by a single top-selling sunscreen company. Not a single dingle shred. These approved sunscreens get stars on Amazon. Now I get to go into the controversy of protecting our skin, and yet our skin is aging. We're still getting dark spots from, so we're not getting those extreme burns that radiation causes, but the core cause, free radicals, well, degraded SPF ingredients cause 10 times more free radicals. This is the 80% than UV exposure alone. So I get to break that all down. I could even start there. How about we get more specific? and the form of ginseng, HEV light, which causes even more free radicals than UV alone. In fact, it can cause as many free radicals or more than UV. So again, we're like doubling, tripling, quadrupling the amount of free radical damage. And I could start there too. That is meeting people at a high awareness, but higher sophistication. So that's fine. Let me just delete that or put that over here. High awareness problems. A lot of people know that sunscreen can be toxic, but they don't know what and why. And a lot of sunscreen companies skirt around it by saying like they get rid of oxybenzone, even though oxybenzone doesn't disrupt hormones, doesn't degrade and causes many free radicals, at least according to my 80%, as avobenzone, which is in everything. So knowing and doing my 80% and understanding, we got to use sunscreen, but there's so many different ways to enter this conversation, even just like, again, high awareness. Oopsies is the same. The ingredients, like if I use the Antarcticine, so the Antarcticine chiroprotects the skin. Drugs do that would get us in trouble, but I can skirt the line, but and essentially say the same thing by understanding what the incredible potent antioxidants in the Kakadu plum do as free radicals are created inside of our skin cells when we're exposed to UV or blue light. So this is just an example of what we're going to be doing in the mini mastermind, which I haven't even mentioned until right now. We're going to be working on your offers and finding these higher awareness positioning so that we can get straight to the heart of the conversation, deeper core, tie it to mechanism and offer. And we don't need to write a 10-minute VSL. We can get this done in 5 minutes or less. We can get this done in 1 minute. And we're going to be demonstrating that in all of these different offers that we're bringing to the table, and that I bring to the table, that I get to demonstrate, and you get to ask questions as we're going, and I will show you as we're going. It's like, let's just say, oh, I have a white label sunscreen. It's mineral based, so it doesn't have any of the chemicals that degrade, but people are having moisture problems. So we added aloe vera. Let's say we added aloe firm, which is like aloe vera on steroids. It increases moisture in the skin tremendously, up to 20% in just the first few weeks alone of using it on a daily basis. So let's say you did that, and that was the full extent of your positioning abilities, right? To leverage the ad spend of Banana Boat and be able to. So let's just or let's see what would be a good. Let's just go over to Amazon. Real use this tab. Yes. Um, Mosquito repellent. Let's see what Neutrogena. All right. Neutrogena also has a lot of type. What happens at the skin, anything that you're that sits on top that doesn't absorb, even though it's meant to not cause irritation, can disrupt the pH balance, the moisture balance in our skin by adding. And just curious, what ingredients are? How are they? Side. Uh, let's see if any of these are toxic. Let's go over to the GPT. Go back to this tab. Let's just get a few ideas of what people are saying. Circumstantial, bought it for vacation. Which, by the way, let's just say I go back to this sunscreen for a second. The Antarctic Sun Defense. Uh, we also added Antarcticine. The fibroblasts to produce type 1 collagen and elastin. We also added I mean, it's a screen. This it's a small bottle and it's expensive. The ingredients are expensive because they really work. So we on the skin. So you have those questions in Chat GPT. It say human skin. It doesn't. I can never say this word, but it could easily trigger moisture and pH imbalance. Anyway, so idea this in UX allows us to hit conversation. Traditional direct response doesn't. Traditional direct response, if you're especially if you're following, just say AWAI problem agitate solve. We are at a market reset, a broad digital marketing landscape. We are at a broad reset where basic problem agitate solve actually works again in a lot of ways, um, because of high awareness, low sophisticates. We're seeing a big shift too as the boomers are aging out and dying and the zoomers are entering the marketplace, especially as marketers. It's really quite interesting. But yeah, we'll be breaking down high awareness marketing, what that means, what it means to UX, how it means, what it means to positioning, how positioning hooks people, how we could use positioning in so many different ways, with mechanism, with hero ingredients, or if let's say it's a make money online, a hero strategy that nobody else has seen or talked about, but you broke the algorithm down. And this is how it works. And here's how you do it: repeat, 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 same success again and again and again, predictably, inevitably. And when copy does that, you get to cut the UX in half. You don't have to write so much. You don't have to say so much. You don't have to, frame so much. That's why a lot of the templates become obsolete. So just wanted to demonstrate and just give you just a little bit of flavor of what we're going to be doing live together on everybody's offers, products, promos, offers we're developing, want to develop, everything. So Spots are available. Sign up now.